Welcome to the worst run I've ever played. Sorry if my voice sounds a little shaky because I genuinely started crying, and I was editing this right after playing the run, and I still haven't because this is 5 minutes after the run that I'm editing this. These people genuinely made me cry because I didn't want to distract. Alright, I'm back. My voice was shaking too bad to actually get a sentence out. So I took a small break. But basically what happened was I was distracting perfectly fine for the run so far. And we had a V, and someone said, "Oh, V, you should use your cooldown before before the elevator, in panic mode." And I said, "Oh, well, we don't really need to use their ability, because they were using their ability to help me find the Twisted." So I was like, I'll have all the Twisteds in panic mode, and we would already know, they're all with me, and I would be the last in elevator, so we don't really need it in panic mode. It would be better if you saved it because if you use V's ability, right, as before the elevator closes, then it's not, it doesn't get off cooldown when the elevator opens, so then they can't use their ability to help me find the Twisteds because it's on cooldown, and people always get hit when I don't have the Twisteds. So I just said, oh, it's probably better to use it when elevator opens rather than in panic, and that is where everything started. So up in chat you can see someone said, "V, use your ability when everyone's in the elevator." And after they said that, I was like, "Oh, don't use it when everyone's in the elevator, because then it won't be off cooldown by next floor." And I didn't think that would be enough to make them upset at me. I did mention it one other time, a couple floors later, and I will show you that. And then the person who originally said that said I was just joking for something funny, geez, ... I don't know why they sounded upset, almost that I asked V if she, I said it might be a little better to use it at the beginning of the round. But anyways, I'll move on a few floors. And here, we go out and we have blackout, and they were saying, I said bro, so they said, what's he complaining about now? I don't know. And they were just acting like they were just upset at me. So you can see in chat, when I walk out the elevator, I send that because I was trying to explain myself, because maybe they didn't understand why I wanted V to save the ability. It wasn't that big of a deal, but they got really upset at me, and so I was like, okay, well, whatever. And so I wanted to take a break from distracting because, one, I felt like everyone was just upset at me. Two, I had just gotten back from several hours walking around in the sun with my mom doing stuff. And three, my wrists were hurting because I'd been distracting for half an hour at this point because people kept going AFK, and it was floor 10. I'd been distracting for almost 40 minutes, a little over half an hour, and so I wanted to take a break from distracting. So I get on a machine, and I just said I was going to take a break at distracting, and they immediately start saying, we ain't upset at you, bro. What do you mean? I didn't say anything. And then they turn around and say, okay, we're better off without you. And then, yeah, so the same person who said, we ain't upset with you, bro, what? And then they turn around and say, okay, we're better off without you. And then the person agrees because I said, I don't want to distract. And then they said, what did we do? I'm trying to help you. What do you mean, what did we do? I said I was going to take a break. I said I was going to stop distracting because I was going to take a break because my wrist hurt and I just felt unmotivated with the way they were acting. And then they said, okay, we're better off without you. And then someone agrees. And then you turn around and say, what did we do? So, why would I distract for them? if you read the chat, okay, we better off without you. Yeah, they have me as a healer anyways. And then turn around and say, like, they just wanted to help. And then the person with their display name is Catnap constantly just repeats, I didn't do anything, I didn't do anything, what did I do, I didn't say anything. If you're watching this, you didn't say anything, but I never said you did. If the rest of the team is upset at me and screaming at me and telling me that they don't need me, basically telling me that I'm useless, just because one person didn't directly say anything doesn't mean that I have to put up with it and continue to distract when I'm tired and my wrist hurts. Like, just look at the chat. Just look at it. Just, I'm done. We did nothing to you in all caps. So you're just trying to make us upset. And all of these people, what do you mean we did nothing to you? This person saying they did nothing to me is the same person that earlier was agreeing to the person that said that I was useless and not needed on the team, that said they have me as a healer anyways. The person that was telling me that they don't need me on the team and was being rude earlier is now saying we did nothing to you, and he just saying, so you're just trying to make me upset, and they're just like, we did nothing to you, we were just chilling until you gave up for no reason. What do you mean? I started distracting for a few floors and you started saying that I was useless to the team and you didn't need me. That person saying we were chilling until you gave up for no reason is the same person that said we don't need you, they have me as a healer anyways. And people just keep saying, Vintage Pebble, why are you being so dramatic? I just wanted to play Dandy's World for comfort. I just wanted to help you maintain the Twisteds, and like, I feel at fault right now. And they just get so mad at me. All I did was say I didn't want to distract. Like, what did I do? And like, dots, and like, they're being so upset. Keep in reminder, all I did was say that I didn't want to distract because I didn't like how they were like talking to me because I was tired and my wrist hurt. To prove that they were not being they weren't being upset with me, they weren't doing anything wrong. To prove that they weren't doing anything, they started screaming at me, saying, what did I do, after calling me useless and saying they didn't need me on the team. And like, do you not see how contradicting that is? And then not even like a bit later, so I said all I did was say I didn't want to distract, and they said, you didn't, bro, I don't know why you're mad at us. And I'm not mad. I was crying. I wasn't mad. I didn't know how I felt, but I wasn't mad. All I said was I didn't want to distract. And then people said, I'm not mad that you stopped distracting. You guys sound mad. Like, what do you mean you're not mad? I stopped distracting and the entire team starts telling me that I'm useless and that they don't need me anyways. But then as soon as they die, they start screaming at me. And then, like, literally, they start saying, you ruined the run, bro. I was nice to you and now you're making me yell. I don't like yelling at people. It makes me sad when I have to. You don't have to yell at me. You were being rude for no reason. I said I didn't want to distract, and this is how you react. You don't have to yell. And then I love being ignored. I never ignored you. And I don't understand. And then the person said, seriously, why can't, what the fart? We did nothing wrong and you were complaining for no reason. We said those things like, bro, you're the one who's being rude and dramatic. You should shut up because I'm tired of all this F. I'm imagining they're probably trying to say like fucking shit or something. Like, what do you mean? We did nothing wrong and you're complaining for no reason. We said those things like, bro, you're the one who's being rude, dramatic. You should shut up because I'm tired of all this fucking shit. And then it's like, what did I do? And then I said, everyone was nice until I didn't distract. Like, what did I do to you? And they said, you did everything. I didn't do anything. And like, the person said, like, Danica Stanford says, we just said, bro, why won't you distract? I think that telling me that you hate me and telling me to shut up and telling me that I'm useless and not needed on the team and calling me rude, dramatic, and a bad person is a little bit more than saying, why won't you distract? And I told them why. I don't have to distract if I don't want to. That's no reason to yell at me. And, like, and then they say, okay, we know you said that 100 times, now leave me alone before I cry of hatred. Like, what is wrong with these people? All I did was say, I don't want to distract because I feel unmotivated and tired. And this is how they react. If any of you are watching this, you should not be playing this game if this is how you talk to people because they don't want to distract. This is ridiculous and horrible behavior. Like, all of you are not good people if you're making people cry and telling them these things because they didn't want to distract. Like, this is actually ridiculous. Like, I'm genuinely baffled at this behavior because I couldn't imagine anyone genuinely behaving like this and thinking that they're in the right. I'm sorry if I sound frustrated, but I kind of am at this point. I was crying and my mom had to ask me what's wrong because she was concerned, and I was told that I was hated, that I was dramatic, rude, a bad person, useless, unwanted, like I wasn't needed on the team. They didn't need me anyways. And then at the same time they were saying these things because I didn't want to distract, they were also saying, we didn't do anything, what did we do to you, you're just being dramatic for no reason. I really hope they can see this and realize, like, how rude, like, how much, honestly, of an asshole they were acting, because I did not say one mean thing to them. If you look through the chat, I asked V if she could use her ability at the beginning of the floors, and then I said I didn't want to distract. That's all I said. And then throughout the entire time they were saying these things, not once did I say something mean about them back, because I'm just not that kind of person. I'm not gonna be rude to someone back because they're being rude. I'm just gonna let them do it and then show people how they act, because it's not okay. All I said was I didn't want to distract, and I don't have to if I don't want to. That's no reason to yell at me. But still, they think that I'm in the wrong and that it is okay for them to say these things. Like, honestly, these people shouldn't have devices because most of these people are probably kids and teenagers. If people are talking to others on this way on the internet because they didn't want to distract, they didn't want to run in circles in a video game, then they should not have devices. But maybe it is just me. I'm not sure, but I think this is just ridiculous.